Hello, how's it going everyone? Hope you're doing well tonight. Tonight we're going to play some more Jurassic Park. We're going to do a do-over from yesterday and see if we can do better. Let's get it started. Yesterday I forgot to play the intro from start to finish, so
Truck 12,
we can start with that.
Main gate opening. Welcome, our new assistant game warden. In hiring you, we've spared no expense.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I mean, what an intro, right? Cinematic. What a pinball machine.
That was a close call.
So tonight's goal, 389 million, which was my best game last night. Definitely going to try to beat that tonight. Hey Sean B25, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Hope you had a good day. Pinball's a good way to end the day, I think.
Map complete.
Alrighty.
The left ramp.
Start our first paddock here. Not quite a post pass there. Alrighty. It's funny, that left ramp is the easiest shot in the game, but even still, it seems like whenever I need to make it, I can't. If I don't need to make the shot, it's easy. Hey, look at that, Sean B25. You got a little sword icon next to your name. That's cool.
We've been hacked. I've lost control of the system. Electric trucks, fences, phones, the whole park.
Start to feed T-Rex here. Man, the T-Rex value just keeps getting lower and lower. 672, not great. Not great. Ideally, you want it over 1 million. Time is of the essence. As soon as you hear him roar, you just want to immediately get on collecting those orange shots. Otherwise, the time just pisses away and it becomes worthless point-wise. Oh, there's the red arrow. Again, this is the do it in order thing. Second red arrow. Nope, did one out of order, accidentally. The helicopter. So now they're teal instead of blue. That's kind of interesting. Not quite sure why that is. So one left, the right ramp. Oh, missed it. Had a clean shot on it, but nope, failed. Just trying to be fancy there. Still not bad, 10 million. Alrighty. So set trap. And then look for yellow arrows to actually capture the dino. There you go, there's the first paddock complete. And the letter A on chaos.
Control room ready.
Shoot white arrows to spell map.
Alrighty, what's happening? Your Link, yes, the sword, just like Link. Alrighty.
Coming back online.
Control room.
Restore power.
The red buttons turn on the individual part systems. Turn them on.
So this is something that's kind of unintuitive. The first shot up the spinner, you're going to crank up the value for the subsequent blue arrows. You can actually do it multiple times. It's really not obvious. And if you do, it's worth that many more points. You see now it didn't. Oh, see, there you go. Build power award is still climbing. It only does it for so long. Like, you can't just continue to crank it forever. But I was always under the impression that you always got one spin at it, because then the light goes away. Like, there's no indication at all that that shot is active. But boom, there you go. It's still going, and that increases the value of all those blue arrows. So now they're worth like almost 9 million each. Right, all that work I put into that multi-ball, and like one blue arrow is worth as much as that whole multi-ball was.
You're at the Triceratops paddock. There are 6 there in the paddock.
Alright, let's get some rescues at the same time. Although I should probably get the blue arrows because they're so worthwhile, and the time is going to expire on that mode. That one was worth 12. And that one 12.6. See, now they've gone up because I guess I'm further on in the mode. Oh! Drain. But that was a, 45 million on that mode alone. I love that they put the score for the mode on the computer screen. It's very clever. 4 million bonus. 100 million even. That was ball 2. Yep, that was ball 2. Hey, good first game. Good first game for the night. Already guaranteed at least 100 million. That Raptor locked in. So I can get a Raptor multi-ball out of this game, hopefully. And if I whack the truck a few more times, I'll get my T-Rex chase going too. Oh, there's the yellow trap target. And now this left ramp. Oh, it moved! It moved! Lame! Oh, thank goodness I went to the spinner. It's not absurdly hard. It's frustrating in this game when the yellow target you need is on a shot that's relatively easy, and then it moves to one of the hard ones, and you're like, damn it! Why didn't I get it when it was on the easy one? That's a good spinner. Need to relight my escape there. Always, if you use your escape, be looking immediately, and there it is. Relight off the. I got lucky. I got the escape relight off of the right sling. But you get a lot of left trains on this game, so it's definitely worthwhile to keep an eye on that light escape. And now I've got one last letter for Chaos, which is the helicopter shot for the S, and it happens to be a rescue too. Nice, got it. And extra ball. Extra ball is on the right ramp. It's easy to miss because the LED is on a plastic up above the ramp, but that's where the extra ball collect is. And Chaos lit. For Chaos multi-ball, I just need to make that shot through the pop bumpers. Great scoring potential here for my ball 3. If I can just hold on long enough and not drain. Oh, there's my extra ball. Nice. Oh, got Chaos. And an extra ball. Fantastic. Fantastic. Get some red arrows now. Chaos is flashing on the target and the pop bumpers. That's probably a thing I could go for. Oh, but it's too late. Drain. How much did I get on that Chaos multi-ball?
Shoot the T-Rex.
2 million? Is that what it said? Are you joking? I got a bunch of red arrows in it. I must have misread that. Did it say 2 million? I have to check the replay. Alrighty, T-Rex chase.
T-Rex chase.
183.
3.
And a smart missile here.
1.
I should have aborted it.
The trap is set. Get to the helipad.
Smart missile miss.
Oh, light escape again off the swing. Slings are making my life easy, getting the light escapes for me. The rescue unsuccessful, you've been eaten. And I think I'm one shot away from Raptor Tri-Ball. I think Raptor Tri-Ball is actually named after the multi-ball from the Data East 1990s Jurassic Park pinball machine. Tri-Ball was I guess Williams owned the rights to the word multi-ball, so they used Tri-Ball. I think that's the story. Alrighty.
Supply truck inbound.
Give me back. Give me back. Alrighty, Raptor Tri-Ball. Starts with 2 ramps, left and right. There's the left. The right one is considerably more difficult.
Double scoring.
Double scoring. Now's the time, I guess. I'm on my last ball. You can also relock a ball in the Raptor pits during this multi-ball. But personally, I always concentrate on the ramps. Which maybe is a mistake. Looks like I got an add-a-ball too. I'm at 4 balls now. Still haven't made that right ramp. Of course, the other balls keep getting in the way of. I should be trapping up on the right flipper here. Let's try to hold 1 on the right flipper so I can at least get a clean shot. Now I gotta stage the flippers to lower the top one. Nope, I made the O shot, which is even harder than the ramp. Which is not what I wanted, of course. Oh, and 1 goes out the alley. Yeah, Raptor Tri-Ball is tough. It's very difficult to make that right ramp while you're juggling balls.
Ready.
Let's go for the next paddock here, which I've got 3 complete. Next paddock is the T-Rex paddock, unless I move the truck, of course, to the other side. What was that? Supply drop? 5 million. And my mind was still wanting to make that right ramp shot, even though there's nothing lit on it. Totally pointless. I made it! Oh, and then I drained it. Hey, Pascal. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Pascal, I've given a few people moderator power, including yourself. If you see any shenanigans, by all means, ban away. Please exercise that power as you see fit. It'd be good to have you guys doing that while I'm playing. 262, first game of the night, not too bad. Just shy, well, no, not just shy, but well on my way to the tonight's target of 389, which is my best game yesterday. Alrighty, let's play some more. Unscheduled stream tonight. Just decided that I wanted to play, and hopefully we'll have a 100% positive night. Get some good scores, and hopefully some good discussion as well. If you're watching but not on the chat, by all means, say hello. Alrighty. First paddock.
We've lost comms with all paddocks.
Something's wrong with the park systems. They're all going down. I can't get this system back without Dennis Nedry.
Where's Nedry? Get him here now.
TNA combo. That was Weird, I only made one shot. Maybe it was from the previous starting the paddock. Yeah, the thing is, a lot of things happen on this game. And, you know, one shot can be rewarding on multiple different things, so it kind of sequences the animations back to back. Some games split the screen and, you know, subdivide the screen in multiple different segments and display everything all at once, but, you know, when you're playing and you're only looking at the screen out of the corner of your eye, it can be really difficult to make anything out when it's all small like that. So I kind of like that you know, the score call-outs for modes and stuff are all very big in the middle of the screen.
We need to rescue the employees.
Alright, set trap now. If I can make it there. Set trap is actually makeable on either side, and depending on which side the truck is lying, one is easier than the other. In this case now, the shot on the right is open. I just missed it there and waited to the pops, but you kind of have to keep an eye on which side the truck is on before you decide where to shoot it.
Shoot the T-Rex.
Oh, shot him right in the face. There you go. Eat that ball. That was kind of weird. He ate the ball, but then the mode did not start. I wonder if this isn't a code bug, because normally when you've got this T-Rex is ready to eat, you've got a bunch of orange targets, which I don't have right now. Not quite sure what that's about. See if I can feed it in his mouth again. Oh, and to the out.
Gotta go.
This machine's really well designed. I think so too. I think so too. And it's, you know, one of the cool things about having someone like Keith Elwin come out of nowhere and just, you know, start designing games. There are no other machines that come even close to feeling like it's got a very unique feel. You know, a lot of the other designers at Stern are the old crew that were making games, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, and they're still working, they're still designing games, which are great, but they kind of have this, you know, similar feel to them. You know, you can tell just by playing a game who designed it, if it's one of these you know, these designers that's been in the industry forever. Whereas this is just kind of totally out of left field. The shots feel different. It does not feel like other games. It's very different. He's eating it. Yeah, okay, T-Rex chase. So that previous one was the feed T-Rex. It just didn't give me any orange arrows for some reason, and I got it in his mouth and he just spit it out, so that was weird. I'm gonna call it a bug. Alrighty. So captured a dino there and got a shot on a chase. 2x playfield is lit. Let's make some more shots before it expires. This should be worth a good amount of points. Yeah, there's 4 million for that. Oh, almost at the side ramp there.
You're almost out of stars.
Even Nitri knew better than to
Time's
mess
gonna
with
expire.
the defenses.
Oh, the post! Alright, there's a shot.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, and out of time. Sad but true. Alright, before we've got... Oh, no! I triggered it. I was just gonna say, before I start Raptor Tribal, I was gonna try to start another paddock and stack them, but Sling sent it onto that shot. Alright, so let's make that right ramp now. Went right past the flipper. That was a user error there. AKA I sucked. 4 balls now. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to save 2 there. It's just too hard to make that right flipper shot if you've got 2 balls like flying around. Try to capture one on the right flipper again. Play the other. Alright, there's one. Now I gotta stage, lower the... It's tough, you gotta hold the button halfway to have the top flipper down and the bottom flipper up. You can actually do that by pushing the button halfway. You can control each flipper individually on the same side. It's called stage flipping. And I'm terrible at it. But at least I know that it's a thing.
No wonder you're extinct.
CodeBud, oh, thanks for clipping that. We'll have to take a look. We'll have to take a look at that after the fact and see what happened. Basically, I started the feed T-Rex, first T-Rex mode, fed T-Rex. He just didn't want it and spit it back out, and I had no orange arrows, which is not what that mode is supposed to be. Shooter MCD, hey, love this game. On the fence if I want to pick up a pro or a premium.
Chuck 12.
Well, if you care to hear my opinion, which you may or may not, I recommend the premium if you can swing it. I think the T-Rex is awesome, and just the coolest thing. And even like non-pinball people that come over to play your game are just gonna love it. It's fantastic. And I will say the Raptor gate on the Raptor pit is also it's an upgrade that's only on the premium LE, not on the Pro. It's also totally excellent, game-changing, and it just feels a lot better to me than the Pro. That said, I think if you decide to go Pro, you're gonna love it too. The Pro is just as good for the money. It's fantastic value for money. What I like about Keith Elwin games, this and Iron Maiden, is the Pro and Premium, regardless of which you get a full rule set. You're not missing anything. Like, it's all the same shots, right? So all of the modes, etc., from a coding perspective, you're not losing anything getting the Pro. Other games, like there's a whole play field missing, etc., obviously they can't replicate that with software. That's not the case on Keith Elwin games. So I think you can't go wrong either way, but obviously I chose the Premium. Alright, let's get some rescues. Rescue people that are about to be eaten, that is, or squashed, right? Because some of the dinosaurs are not meat eaters; they just squash people because they're so big and heavy.
Double scoring!
No, once again, double scoring is very easy to accidentally trigger on this game. You want to save it for when it's worthwhile, but the slings will sometimes knock it for you.
Anybody want a soda or something?
Oh wow, you can do that. Neat. Stage flipping works for most machines. As far as I know, all machines, at least going back to the 70s, probably even older, the way that the flipper switches are done, it's just a stack of multiple switches. So you can imagine, I don't have 3 hands, but imagine there was another one there. As you close the switch with a button, you're only closing the first one, and then you keep pushing, and it goes up against the third one. And that's just like the simplest way of build. Like, I don't think they intended to give the player individual control. They just stack the switches like that, and it happens to be that if you push it just a little bit, you can control them individually. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I've got my set trap targets lit. So then you're free to... Okay, so now I actually trigger the mode, the T-Rex mode. I've got my blue and red arrows here. But I was just saying, when you've got your set trap targets lit, the yellow targets, you're free to continue collecting rescues, or hit set trap. It's kind of your choice. Let's try for an extra ball off the smart missile. Oh, almost got it! That shot needs to go right between the truck, the post, and the pop bumpers. I was very close there, but not quite. Alright, there's a captured dinosaur, and I'm still in the T-Rex mode, so looking for some arrows to shoot. Alright, there's an O shot. try for the right ramp now. Or the helicopter shot, actually. It's there too. There's the helicopter. Oh, bad train there. Totally my fault. Oh, supply drop. Add a ball. Nice. The multi-ball is basically ending, and I got an add-a-ball. Well, yeah, there you go. I got an add-a-ball at like the best possible moment because it gave me, it added a ball to the multi-ball. So if I had gotten that that target like maybe a second later, multi-ball is over. Wasn't gonna resume multi-ball like that. So I got lucky. All right, so I've got a ball in the Raptor pit. And multi-ball is still going. One in the pit, and the other trying to make the right ramp here.
That was a close call.
Oh, not enough power. That was one of these flipper moves that gives you accuracy but not power. Almost. Oh, and drain on that. All right, now it should give me my ball back from the Raptor pit for regular play. Ooh, and an almost train. Oh, and it did out the out lane. That's still a fun multi-ball, though. Sean B25 Premium. It's hard to go wrong, though. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I agree that's what I chose, but I also agree you can't go wrong either way. Have I had any issues with my T-Rex? Nope. I have an early run premium. It may be like the first week they were building premium. So at that point in their timeline, they've only made the LEs, which was 500 or 750, however many they made. So it's early. I would say the later you get your game, the more they've had time to find all the kinks, etc. So I have an early run game and it's working great. The only thing I had to do when I got it is adjust it vertically. There's 2 or 4 nuts in the back that you loosen and you can kind of move it up and down. And you want to adjust your T-Rex such that the jaw is just barely touching the ramp. You don't want the jaw like slamming down on the ramp, and you don't want it hanging up above. It's a very, very easy adjustment. That's pretty much the only thing I've had to do. And it's worked great. And the gate, totally fine as well. And believe me, I have had new in-box games with badly functioning mechs. Either bad by design, because the mech was poorly designed, in the engineering phase, or bad in manufacturing. Like the thing was well designed but badly built, which is a QA issue. I've had both, and my share of frustrations with games, and I will. The games will remain nameless. But anyway, this is not one of those games that I've gotten that's frustrated me in terms of out of the box quality and reliability. It's been really, really good. So thumbs up. This is just a wonderful game. I must not be getting all of the chats. There's not that many chats. Oh, right into his mouth as it was closing. I think he was going to give me another roar and have another shot at me. Here's T-Rex Chase, the second T-Rex mode. I don't think we've actually seen the third T-Rex mode in the time I've been streaming this game, so basically yesterday and today. So yeah, once I get past T-Rex Chase, I'm going to work on maybe we can see the third T-Rex mode, which I can't remember what it's called. All right,
A staff member is in peril.
there's an orange shot. Truck. All right, let's do a spinner.
Tranquilizer ready.
Alrighty. 9 million, wow. Yeah, T-Rex Chase can be worth a lot of points. It's not a multi-ball, and you don't want to futz around because your time's going to run out. It's worth big points. Let's try for the C. Oh, but I got... I was trying for the C, but I got the light escape. I'll take it.
2, 1.
And that's it for T-Rex Chase. 25. Could be better. But at least I didn't drink, so. Alright, so now I'm at I'm in the middle of a third paddock. It looks like I have 1 rescue lit. So I really need to get that control room shot. which is actually 3 things lit on it right now. I've got my control room mode start on this lane over here, the C, and rescue. So 3 things for 1 shot. There you go.
Trap targets.
And extra ball lit. Nice. Incremental addition to multi-ball is a nice touch. Yes, I agree. And yeah, you're welcome on the feedback. If you have any other questions about the game, by all means, I'm happy to oblige. I love talking about pinball. Sean B25 knows that very well. I think he loves it when I talk about pinball too. Or he's being sarcastic and he hates it. One or the other. We'll never know. Alright, let's get some blue arrows on. Pump the... See now, as soon as you make one of those blue arrows on the restore power, it stops increasing the value of the blue shots. So you start the mode with the spinner, just hit the spinner 2-3 times before you start collecting those blue arrows. That's my advice. And then they become very valuable. Alright, there's another. Woo, extra ball. Nice! Thank you! I like to thank the game when it does something nice to me. Super spinner! Give me that spinner. Alright. Oh no! Did I trigger it? That was a total waste. So spinner is maxed out right now. I've got super spinner and all 4 ramps complete. There you go. Big score on the spinner, almost 10 million. Oh no, that was the restore power.
Almost out of time.
Game is rushing me, telling me I don't have time.
4.
I'll play at my own damn speed, thank you very much.
1. Double scoring.
Right at the end of the mode. Alrighty, so where are we? Still on the 3rd paddock. What am I missing here? Oh no, we've completed it. We've got white arrows. Okay. So let's get some white arrows to go to the next paddock. And we've completed Chaos. Completed the letters Chaos, so now Chaos in the red insert between the pop bumpers is good to go.
We've got to save as many people as we can.
Bad roll, spin on the ball, out the outlane. Keep talking. That soothing French-Canadian voice, so good. Thank you, that's very nice of you to say. How easy is the post pass on this game? I really like doing that if you can't tell already, especially if I'm going to be hitting targets for pointerinos in sequence. It's doable. It's doable. I think from the right flipper, it's probably safer to shoot the left ramp because the left ramp is relatively, you know, it's one of the easiest shots in the game and is and relatively safe. You don't really have a good option from the left flipper here, so from the left to right, I would totally attempt to post pass. I think I've had 1 or 2 attempts earlier tonight. I'll make sure to note it if I try another one. Alrighty. Still trying to get that Chaos started at the top. Best way to do that, I think, well, I mean, you can try the shot directly through, it's just the same as a smart missile shot, through the pops to the target. You can also shoot the spinner, which oftentimes will dump the ball into the pop's cluster. Sometimes it'll go around like it just did there. Other times it will actually end up in the pop bumpers. In which case, there's a decent enough chance that the pop bumpers will hit the switch up there. Alrighty, there's another dinosaur captured. We've got 3 captured. Oh! Oh, I made the shot up there, but did not hit the switch. Oh, you game drained me out with Chaos lit. I think that was ball 3. Decent bonus. 298. Yeah, that's it. 298. Hey, that's a good game. I think I beat my best for tonight. 262 becomes 298. Boom. Sean B25 says it's not too hard to post pass. Yeah, I agree. It's doable. It's doable. You got cheated. Yes. I'm glad you agree. But hey, I improved on my previous best for tonight, so I'm happy with that.
This is Control. Can anyone hear us? A virus has taken over the system. This looks like Nedry's code. Why would
If you're just
Nedry
joining
do
tonight,
this?
welcome. We're playing some Jurassic Park pinball live from San Jose, California. Got some amazing weather starting here now. It feels like winter is finally over. It's been we've had really rainy, last few weeks, if not month. But finally, it feels like summer. Some beautiful weather. San Jose. One of these nights, I'm gonna do a stream in my Sharks jersey. It's too hot tonight, though. Being Canadian, it's my duty to like hockey, of course. And it's sad. There's no hockey now. There's no sports. There's nothing. There's pinball. That's what there is. This is our live sports now. It's watching pinball. Alrighty, let's get that set trap. The truck now is aiming right, so the ball's on the left. I've got a nice big opening. Oh, just missed it. Oh no, I did get it. And there's the capture. The first few paddocks are fairly easy in terms of requirements to capture. Like the first one, you only need one rescue, one shot on set trap, and then your yellow target. So it's literally 3 shots. They get more and more as you go.
Shoot the T-Rex!
Oh, man, I'm having to move the game a little bit here. Hopefully it's still centered on camera.
Shoot white arrows to spell map.
Alrighty, T-Rex goes 1,000,000 points on my T-Rex jackpot. Oh, nice, got a red one. And it'll give it back. Try to do these in order for exponentially increasing points. As soon as you do one out of sequence, then you're done. They all turn blue. Oh, not the longest T-Rex multi-ball there. 10 million.
Control room ready.
Let's get that. Oh! Ball locked for a Raptor pit there. It's ready to go when you see it kind of the cyan color. And you have to get it all the way to the back of the Raptor pit. If you hit the targets on either, there's these like 45-degree targets on either side of the Raptor cage, doesn't cut it. You have to really be precise and get it to the back of the Raptor pit. It's makeable from either flipper, which is good. You can do it backhand here. Not like that. Okay, fine. I give up. I'll do control room instead.
Everything you need to go is operational. You will restore power.
The red buttons turn on the individual pop systems. Turn them off.
It was a different call. They have different speech, by the way, in case you didn't know. Like, it's not the game doesn't always say the same thing. It would be too repetitive, so they record different pieces of speech and play one at random. All the pinball nerds know that, of course, so in case anyone else is watching who's not a pinball nerd. Yeah, they're about to kick me out of the country for my apathy towards hockey and the fact that I gravitate towards Budweiser as my cheap beer. You know, there's nothing wrong with Budweiser. Budweiser is, by definition, an extremely high-quality beer. And you may think I'm wrong if you're a beer nerd, but it's true, because Budweiser is consistent. Every can tastes exactly the same. Every can tastes how it's supposed to taste. There's no variation. That is the definition of quality. It's not how good it is. It's how consistent, how much it adheres to its specification. That is the definition of quality. The one that I use, anyway.
Double scoring.
They call it the king of beers for a reason. some orange arrows now, come on. There you go. This is T-Rex Chase, which alternates between hitting truck shots and everything else. And points get big with time. You're not, don't mess around because the mode will expire in time. It's not a multi-ball. And see, I expired it at 23, about the same as last game. Alright, so we've got, we need an O here. I'm going to try to lock my Raptor ball yet again. Fail. It's okay to fail if you don't drain. Unless you're in a timed mode, of course, in which case it's not okay. So I need another rescue, and now to complete this paddock, the rescue is on the side ramp, which is the probably the most difficult ramp on the game.
That was a close call.
There you go.
A successful DNA.
Now set trap lit. Capture the dino. Set the trap right. Oh, another rescue. Accidental rescue there. Oh, still can't get that Raptor. Come on. Maybe I should just try it from the right flipper. Alright, I'm going to do the dangerous thing and try for a Raptor to lock my ball on the right flipper. There we go. Should have done that all along, I guess. It is more dangerous from the right flipper if you miss. You're more likely to send the ball in careening who knows where. Oh! Wow, that was fast. Drain out the right. Sean B25 says he's not a pinball nerd. I respectfully disagree. 112, alrighty. Ball 3. Get some skill shots. If I can, there's 2. 3, oh! Missed the third one. Ooh, extra ball lit on the right ramp there. I've got my capture. My capture is lit on the left ramp too, which is now going to move somewhere else. Oh, it's on the spinner now. Good, I'll take it. I was saying earlier, the shots move around to capture the dinosaurs, and there's nothing more frustrated than watching it on the easiest shot on the game, not making it, and then seeing it move to a difficult shot. It's very frustrating. So concentrate on those shots when it's on the left ramp, easy shot, just do everything you can to get it before it moves away. Alrighty.
Get to safety.
Get to safety. Is this the third T-Rex mode? I think it is. I didn't catch the name of it though. But the orange shots are the T-Rex modes, so... Did anyone catch the name of this mode when it started? It wants me to shoot the left ramp here. Oh!
You're almost out of time.
Yes, I know. There you go.
Quick, grab a flare.
Okay, so started paddock at the same time. Let's get that center spinner shot. Oh, post. The other post. No, that was a stand-up.
4, 3, 2.
Double scoring.
Oh, got it. Nice. Oh, 16 million. That was doubled from the 2x playfield there. So 16 million for that one shot. And down the middle. Agree to disagree. Fair enough. 187.
Enter your initials.
DNA champion. Oh, I didn't notice that. Got some good combos in that one. 4 DNA extractions. The combos in this game are all sequences of 3 shots, and there's a whole bunch of different ones. You make them in sequence, rapid sequence, and you collect DNA, which is basically awarding you that combo. You can only make each once to collect that DNA piece. You can't just repeat the same one over and over. Oh wow! So you can 2x before a mode ends as well. Yeah, you can 2x at any time. As soon as light 2x scoring is lit in purple over here, and you hit that, you've got the big 2x playfield scoring insert active. Everything, every shot, doesn't matter if it's a jackpot or whatnot, is multiplied by 2. That's how the playfield multipliers work. So, you know, if you have a super valuable jackpot shot that was 50 million, if you just add 2x playfield on top of that, that shot is now 100 million. So it pays to save it and use it at the right time when you're going to have a very valuable shot. The unfortunate thing about this game, on some games, you know, lighting 2x is a very deliberate act and it's hard to do it accidentally. Not the case on Jurassic Park. They put the target very close to the slings, and even if you're trying to save it and use it later, sometimes the slings will just shoot the ball up there, start it up, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that was T-Rex Encounter. I guess that's the name of the third one, right? T-Rex, it's T-Rex Multi-Ball, T-Rex Chase, then T-Rex Encounter. And I don't know how many there are total.
Opening the main gate. We'll make a warden out of you yet.
Map complete. DNA collected.
Control! What's going on?
We've been hacked. I've lost control of the system. Electric trucks, fences, phones, it's the whole park.
The targets by the truck set the trap.
That was a super spinner there. Whoa! I was all proud of myself, and then boom, drain. That's pinball karma for you. As soon as you're proud of anything, you think you're doing well. Nope, drain. There you go. That'll come back. Don't sweat it too much if you drain and ball save's active. No sense collecting dangers or anything. Oh, you can just do it again with no ball save. But yeah, I was saying, if ball save's active, you know, the last thing you want is collect a danger. Oh, didn't I conclude that making it off the left flipper is too hard and I shouldn't even try? Let's do the dino capture there, now let's try for the... Oh, and a drink. That was a quick one. Well, this is kind of a brutal scream there. This is supposed to be a family game. Oh, bad. That must be my worst game of the night. 21 million. Let's just erase that one.
Truck 12, this is Control. Main gate opening. Welcome, our new assistant game warden. In hiring him, we've spared no expense.
Welcome to Jurassic Park. Shoot the left ramp.
Oh, down the middle. Yeah, brutal. Brutal
Shoot
indeed.
the T-Rex.
You probably meant my previous ball. By the time I read that, I had just drained, so... Alrighty.
Something's wrong with the park systems. They're all going down. I can't get this system back without Dennis Nedry.
Get him here now.
Anyone else on the chat have any pinball machines? Sean B25, I know you do. Let's see if anyone else does. And if you don't have any pinball at home, but you know, let's face it, it's most people don't. What's your favorite pinball machine? I think I know Pascal's. If I had to guess about Pascal's, I'd say it's Twilight Zone. But who knows? Maybe he'll surprise us. Alrighty, there's one dyno.
Control room ready.
Yeah, so instead of just directly going for control room, I'm going to start another paddock. That way I can stack my control room with collecting rescues from the next paddock. There's that double scoring. Unintentional double scoring. Alrighty.
Shoot white arrows to spell map.
I like that this game kind of helps you along and tells you what to do too. Shoot white arrows. This is not pinball, but it'd be great to have Pac-Man machine in the house. Yes. There are the arcade one-up machines. There's a company a year or two ago that started making these scale, three-quarter scale. So they still kind of feel big enough to be an arcade machine, but they're way lighter. Like you can just, you know, any one person can lift them. If you were out to go out and buy an actual Pac-Man machine with a CRT picture tube in it, those things are hundreds of pounds. Like they're so heavy and so bulky. They're very deep because of the CRT. So the nice thing about those arcade one-ups, and they have a Pac-Man one, is they're super portable and cute, and you can just like stick it in the corner of a room and it looks good and it's fun to play. It's all emulators, of course, but Sean B25 favorite is Circus Voltaire. Interesting. I don't think I would have guessed that, actually. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great game. But still your favorite. I've had that one a little while now. My favorites have changed with time.
This is Control.
You know, there was a time when my favorites were Taxi and Whirlwind, probably. And I still love those games, but it'd be hard to call them my favorites at this point. You know what my favorite is? My favorite is variety. My favorite is just playing different games and new games and old games and just going places. Whenever we travel, I look on Pinball Map to see what they got, just to go support the local operators and try, you know, different things. That's my favorite. If I could only have one though, like if I lived in a small apartment or something and I only had one room, or I could only afford one game, only have one. I think I would have to go with Medieval Madness, just because it's proved you know, the test of time, right? Like that game has been here with us for what, 23 years at this point, and it's still amazing. It will always be amazing. Medieval Madness is king. Greatest pinball machine of all time. Of all time. And here's where Sean B25 is going to tell me that Attack from Mars is better. I haven't read the screen, but I just know that it's sitting there on the chat. And I wouldn't fault anyone for holding that opinion, actually. It's a great game, too. And guess which game I'm streaming next, actually? Next week on Alpha Bravo Pinball, Medieval Madness. It's going to be great. It's actually sitting right next to Jurassic Park as we speak. Alright, third dinosaur. Don't ask me to name it. I don't know. Just count them by number. Oh, there's the... Oh, wow. Made it first shot. Got lucky there. 3 rescues. Boom. Is that a DNA? It might have been Super Spinner.
Mr. DNA!
Yeah, that was Mr.
Totally
DNA.
appreciated my time.
Attack from Mars is perfect. Yes, it is. It is. AV Pinball channel should establish a Discord server with links to resource pages to keep you citing. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I have too many chat apps already, though, I feel like.
I think.
Oh, hey, what's one more? Alrighty, there's the set trap for dinosaur number 3 in a control room.
It's a Unix system. You know this.
I'm not familiar with Unix, sorry.
Restore power.
I'm a Mac user.
Pump up the primer handle to get
Aha, but if you're a Mac user, you're a Unix user at the same time because, right? Doesn't Unix power Mac OS X?
Okay.
That's what they had in the commercials. I guess I do know Unix.
extra ball is lit.
Give me that extra ball. Escape lid. Don't let go of the machine, by the way. I just did that. It's bad. You don't let go of the machine until the bonus thing is appearing on screen, because you never know what's going to happen. Funny bounce backs, etc. It's not over until the bonus is counting.
You're almost out of time.
And those blue arrows.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, center drain. Okay, Pascal, you got this. Just need to make that drawbridge. Yes, drain. That's what happens. Remember you having a sun machine. A sun machine? That, your memory is better than mine. I'm not quite sure I remember that. Oh, like Sun Microsystems. That's what you mean.
Smart missile.
Yeah, I was talking about
Activation. Extra ball.
I had some weird computer.
2, 1. Missile
I think it was a machine. I could be wrong.
Smart missile miss.
Oh! Did get that extra ball, but
Shoot the T-Rex.
what time is it? 8:58. All right, we're gonna play one more game after this one and have to call it a night.
Be paddock. 7 staff remain in the paddock. Rescue my staff.
Oh my goodness! Not a single shot. You know, there are multiple pinball machines. If you've seen this, where a shot that goes partially up the ramp, when it comes back, it drains. And I was saying how Medieval Madness is one of the greatest pinball machines of all time, if not the greatest. Medieval Madness, the left ramp has this really interesting kind of split to it, where it's designed to prevent that. It's brilliant. It's like the ball has just enough momentum to make it halfway up. It actually won't drain. It finds this little groove in the ramp, and it's just so well done. It seems mean to penalize a player for making it halfway up the ramp. But of course, I approach this from the I'm not very good angle, right? Like, I'm sure a lot of good players would hear me say that and completely disagree and say, like, no, that's what differentiates a good player from a bad player. Like, you can't make everything safe. I understand that point of view. It frustrates me. I mean, I don't get, and I also agree that you can't make everything safe, or else the game's not fun anymore. Some shots have to be dangerous.
Control! What's going on?
We've been hacked. I've lost control of the system. Electric trucks, fences, phones, it's the whole park.
Shoot the seat trap.
Rescue and another rescue. Yellow target. Oh, and a C off the slingshot. C for free. C in chaos, of course.
Smart missile
The H.
coming down. 3,
And smart
2,
missile. So you may see me pushing the button there. When the smart missile is activated, you actually can choose your reward with the button on the lockdown bar.
White arrows dispel
And then you have like a few seconds to make the shot between the pop bumpers, which is very, very difficult. But the rewards on the smart missile are actually really valuable, so totally worth doing. So that's the next T-Rex mode.
Shoot the T-Rex!
Or the first one, actually, because this is a new game. I drained out of the old one. Ah! I approach it from I'm better than I think I am, and then I rack up 1 billion on Twilight Zone. That is a good game, definitely a billion on Twilight Zone. And yeah, the repetition, I agree. Twilight Zone and Addams Family, in my opinion, I think those are the biggest flaws of those games. Is that really the modes in the game end up being not that interesting. And you really just want to complete the mansion in Addams Family, complete the door in Twilight Zone, and you end up with a lot of repetition and making those shots to do both of those things. I think those are those games' biggest flaw. I give the edge personally to Twilight Zone when ranking Addams Family versus Twilight Zone, simply because I find Twilight Zone has more other things to keep me entertained. I like the multi-ball better, the main one. I like the gumball modes are super fun as well. So I give a slight... They're both great games. Addams Family is just so good too. Addams Family probably has, if I'm being honest, the better playfield. It's not a wide body. It shoots super smooth. Addams Family has a very, very good layout. They both have a frustrating, difficult, important shot, which is the slot machine on Twilight Zone and the chair on Addams Family. The problem is you can't get around the chair. Like, you have to shoot the chair. That's your mode start. Whereas in Twilight Zone, you've got two, right? You've got your slot machine and you've got the piano up above. So that's a game changer. You can pretty much avoid the slot machine and just go for the piano. Probably another reason why I prefer Twilight Zone. But both great games. And so special, right? Because the thing to me that's the most special about games like Twilight Zone, Addams Family, I would put Star Trek Next Generation in the same category. These games were produced at the height of pinball. Like, the most manufactured game in history is Addams Family, with something like around 20,000 copies. Like, they were at the top of their game. Williams was the best there was out there. They had basically no competition. They were making their best games. They were selling a ton of them. Tons of R&D dollars going into, like, they were coming out with, it's crazy. Between 93 and 95, if you go back and look, Williams would put out like 6 to 8 new titles per year, every year. That's just mind-boggling. You look at a year like, 93, 94, 95, like all of the different games that came out within the span of 1 year. Like, I'm sad that I wasn't a pinball nerd back in the era. I can just imagine, like, every 2 months there's a brand new title. Man, now we're lucky to, Stern is actually on a good roll. They make, their normal games, about 3 of them a year, which is just epic. Like, it wasn't that long ago. There was far fewer games being made. So we're in a good period now for sure too. But even as good as it is now, it pales in comparison to how it was between 93 and 95.
Supply drop inbound.
Stern moved into a facility that was 2 or 3 times the size of their old one a couple years ago. I think they moved from like 30 to 100,000 square feet, something like that. I don't know the numbers, but just to give you an idea. And apparently Williams back in the day was like 1,000,000 square feet, like it was like 10 times the size. Again, don't quote me on the numbers, but you get the idea.
Shoot the set trap targets.
I'm chatting so much, I'm not paying attention to the game here. But I'm doing alright, I think. Let's try to get that super spinner while it's lit. Nice. Good spins. Oh, those sounds on the spinner, too. So satisfying. You know, I was talking yesterday, if you were watching, about how the LCD screen is not that important to me. I think sound in pinball is more important than the display. Because you're hearing the game. You're not watching the display while you're playing. You are hearing it. Underappreciated skill. Some games are. They just have amazing sound. If you were to ask me which game has the best sound of all time, the best sound package, sound quality, the level of production, the music, the speech, everything together. No question in my mind, Ghostbusters at the very top of the heap. Amazing sound. It's just so well done. The music, they recreated music in the style of the 80s movie for pinball, and it's just so well done. And every sound effect, you know, from the pop bumpers, you know, playing horn noises because it's the cityscape. It's just so well done. And that was one of the early, you know, when they switched to their spike system that had, you know, super high quality audio too. Their previous system didn't, but it's very well done. Hey, don't panic, Click. Good to see you. Glad you could join the stream. We've been watching you, by the way. People from my little channel have been sending people your way, because you put on a good show too. I was playing earlier. I don't know how long you've been in the room. I was playing earlier. Now it seems like I've gone from playing to just rambling about pinball. Both are fun, I guess. Nice 3. Oh, almost the 4. That's another very satisfying thing in this game is managing to nail the 4-shot skill shot.
Rescue them quickly!
Oh, escape. Oh, there's another accident. This is like the 5th one tonight. Accidental, unintentional trigger of 2x playfield when you don't want it. I've got my spinner. If you heard me earlier talking about the spinner, you basically increase the value of the spinner by making all 4 ramp shots, and then you light, you know, maximum scoring on the spinner, and it's at max value now. So try to get some good spins. Easy to forget about the spinner. It's not in any of the modes or anything. Let's see how many. Yeah, see, look, almost 10 million. So easy to forget, and boom, there's 10 million points just sitting there.
A staff member is in peril. Hurry!
Alrighty. Dinosaur captured.
Shoot the T-Rex!
Oh! Bad train! My mind is like, yeah, I've just pushed the wrong flipper button there. I needed to fire the right one. Embarrassing. Loving the buttery 60 pips. Yes, I'm using iPhones for all 3 of my cameras. The playfield camera is set to 60 pips. It works pretty well. I started streaming just recently during this whole pandemic thing, just because me and my buddies, we can't do pinball nights anymore. So, well, what do I do instead? Let's try streaming. And I have access to these phones, and why not use them? They work pretty good.
some help. Aim for targets.
Oh, he was closing his jaw there. Oh, and the bad break. Stream is great tonight. Glad to hear it. Ah, was that ball 3? Oh, good. I feel like I finally stopped rambling and had a decent ball there. Now I want to have someone put together a good game to end the night. The game is saying I'm remarkable. It's making me feel good. It wouldn't lie to me, right? Oh, nice! And I'm at the T-Rex paddock, coincidentally, while starting one of the T-Rex modes, which is at the very middle of the island. And this is T-Rex Chase. So we're going to collect rescues and collect some orange targets at the same time. There's one on the right ramp. Oh, locked in a rapper pit. I was saying how much I love sound. I mean, sound helps you as a player. You have to pay attention. Like in this case, the shots alternate between the orange shots and the truck. You don't need to look at the inserts to know because it plays a very specific sound when it toggles. So if you're paying attention to the sounds, they will help you as a player. I think that's the end of that ball, that game rather. No extra ball there. 192. All right, for real this time. Skill shot champion, nice. For real this time. I'm gonna play one more, and then we're gonna have to call it a night. I just can't stop. This game is too good.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
So I'm curious if Don't Panic Clip is still there. Tell me your advice on the C. Do you go for it? Like I try to get it during the ball save period, but assuming you don't and ball save is gone, do you go for the C or just start a paddock right away? Because if you do go for C, then you basically get both the next letter and the start paddock in the same shot. But it is dangerous. So that's one that I'm not quite sure what the best strategy is. See you later, SeanB25. Thanks for joining.
This is Control. Can anyone hear us? A virus has taken over the system. This looks like Nedry's code.
Why would Nedry do this?
And now I'm talking less because SeanB's gone and he's the only one who likes to hear me talk. And I'm concentrating. It's very hard to do both. For me, at least. Plus, we've talked about all the gameplay mechanics at this point throughout the night. Although, if you're just joining and you have any questions about this game and how it works, or you just want to chat about pinball, by all means, hop on the chat. I will try to read. There you go. I started going for it, but I'll admit I spent several hours just shooting the C to try to get better at it. Absolutely. I totally agree. The C and the helicopter are both shots, I think, that don't come naturally when you first play this game, and must be you need to kind of muscle memory learn them. I 100% agree. I've gotten better on the helicopter shot, but I think the C control room shot is slightly harder for me at least than the helicopter shot.
spell mount.
One of those, if I don't try for it, I'll never get better at it, and it's key to hit faster speed run in Nublar. Oh, interesting. I haven't played a lot of Nublar. I've played it through the, through the button sequence at the start, of course. But Nublar is a mini wizard mode on this game, and you have to be a good player to get to it. There's no question about it. It's pretty goofy game. I've only played it through the button sequence. I haven't actually made it there yet. So I can't say that I have a lot of experience playing it. I wonder, so beyond Nublar, there is a full final wizard mode now, which I have never seen, at least on any stream or tournament or anything. I wonder if anyone's made it on video. Major spoiler, of course, to go watch that. Now I'm talking and not concentrating. Chaos ready on between the pop bumpers there, flashing. Some red arrows.
We still need your help.
There you go. Oh, and another ball. Yeah, ball. Now, ideally, I'd like to relight the escape there. Just flashing.
Great job. Jackpot.
Ah. Alrighty. Give me that chaos target. Oh no! Pop bumpers can give it to you, but not that time. There you go. There's a right ramp. Oh, and a double drain. That was a fun multi-ball, though. Not that it was that valuable in terms of points. 43. Am I down to my last ball? I might be. Yep, ball 3. All right. This is for all the marbles, I guess. Let's try to get a control room going. It's giving me some good points in there.
All right, here goes nothing.
Restore.
Hope you're not sick of seeing Restore Power yet, but it's by far the one I prefer playing. Maybe it's time to try the other ones again, though, because I've kind of written them off, but
Amber targets.
Incoming supply drop.
never good to write anything off. Oh, no! I thought I was going to get 2x scoring, and instead I got a left out lane drain. To end the night, it could be worse. I had worse games tonight. I'm not going to complain. So we end the night with 146. Oh my goodness. A bunch of people just joined. Hello. Hello, the arcade watchers. This is awkward. I apologize. I can't now. I was gonna. That was my last game, but since you guys just all joined, it would be rude to end it now. So let's play some more. Welcome to the stream, coming to you live from San Jose, California.
It's all right. I got you.
Playing some Jurassic Park Premium.
What's going on?
We've been hacked.
My goal tonight, trying to get to 389 million. I came close, but not quite. So let's see if we can put in a good game. no! That was dangerous, but I'll take it. And there's the first dinosaur. So I'm curious, those who just joined, what were you watching just before? You're presumably playing pinball, playing some video games. I only stream pinball, so I'm not super familiar with non-pinball streams.
Shoot white arrows to spell map.
Alrighty. We're in our control room here, where the first shot on this mode is the spinner, and each shot on the spinner increases the value of the blue shots thereafter. So you want to try to get as many spins as you can, and increase the value of those blue shots.
Double scoring.
And you can do double scoring on top of that, and then those blue arrows become quite lucrative. Assuming you make the blue arrows, of course. They're now at 8 million, multiplied by 2, 16 million per blue arrow at this point. I'm just going to abort this right now because I don't want to think about it. We'll do it later. 16 million per blue arrow. As long as the 2x keeps going, of course, that'll time out at some point. And there it goes. So now they're back to 8.
5, 4,
See if I can get one more. There you go, on the helicopter. And the left ramp. 2 more.
Check.
And that's gonna time out. So now I've got another paddock starting. The control room mode is still running. I still see blue arrows, but it's about to time out. Yep, there it goes. Still not bad. 52 million points on that control room mode. I'll take it. Now that I'm back in a paddock mode, your goal, of course, if you're not familiar with Jurassic Park, you're trying to save the park staff from being eaten or stomped by dinosaurs, so you want to get those rescues. I'm not gonna lie, with the people joining now, I feel extra pressure to play well, which is a really fun thing about pinball streaming. Something that I found that I really like. I've only been doing this for about a week and a half. But it's super fun. One good thing to come out of the pandemic is trying pinball streaming. I think I'm not the only one too. A bunch of people have done it. Alrighty, so now I've got a T-Rex mode ready to go. I'm gonna try to increase the value of those T-Rex shots, the same way by collecting some orange arrows before starting T-Rex. But the value keeps going down and down and down until it just goes away altogether and you lose the mode. So don't wait too long before you hit T-Rex in the mouth and put the ball in his mouth. There we go. So I've got 1.7 million at base value now. And now you're going to see a bunch of blue arrows and a red arrow. If you make these in sequence, they increase shot by shot. The moment you make one out of sequence, the red arrow is gone, and they're all blue. So that's the first red arrow. The second one's going to be on the left ramp. The third one's going to be on the right ramp. Got 2 done. The right ramp is considerably harder, of course, than the left one. And I just made a shot out of sequence there, unintentionally, so now all the arrows are blue. I still increase the value of those shots a little bit, which is great. So there's the right ramp. Oh, drained out. More arrows had appeared there. Oh!
Get to the helipad.
Alright, let's get that helipad. I'm on the 3rd paddock, so as you get through the paddocks, the requirements for completing them get more and more difficult. You have to make more shots. So now I want to be looking for that yellow arrow to actually capture the dinosaur.
We need to rescue the
And that
employee.
shot moves around. There it is on the side ramp. Nice. So now we've got 3 dinosaurs captured. We've got 1 control move done. And we've got a T-Rex mode done. Let's get some more dinosaurs and try to see if we can get to the next control room mode at the same time. I've also got a ball that I just locked for Raptor, or Raptor Tri-Ball as they call it.
2, 1. Missile away.
Alright, so I'm having a very good ball here, and I'm not having time to read the chat, so I apologize for that. I know I was asking you guys what you guys were watching, and I haven't looked, but let's see. Pinburg will be canceled. Yeah, I mean, I think at this point it's a safe bet that there will be no pinball events at least through the fall, maybe even longer, right? Because as things start to go back to normal. Right. Still on ball 1 from the extra ball. Yeah, as things start to go back to normal, unfortunately, we're probably going to be in a situation where, yeah, we can start to go out, but we can't cluster in, big groups. And what's Pinburg, right? It's a big group of people all in close quarters, so I'm going to be doing pinball streams for the foreseeable future. I don't know if they'll actually do tournaments this way. It probably doesn't make sense.
Double scoring.
Did you guys watch the Jack Danger, what was it, 20 different people streaming Iron Maiden simultaneously? That was pretty epic. Alright. See if we can get the ball in T-Rex. Still collecting rescues here towards the 4th dinosaur. There's one. Oh, just no! Oh man, that was a close one. Almost a center drain there. After the ball just did not have the right angle to get into his mouth. I think my T-Rex is leaning slightly to the right. It's adjustable in software. I just need to move him over a little bit to align him better. There's another rescue.
Smart missile. Ready.
Smart missile is a tough shot. The captive ball is on the right, and you've got only this tiny little
1. Missile away.
slot, but it's very satisfying when you get it.
Missile missed.
There it is.
Entering the Ankylosaurus paddock. There are 6 deep in the paddock.
Maybe Expo instead. Yeah, that would be cool. Expo's what, early October, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, let's hope we can have an Expo by then. I've been to Pinball Expo 2 or 3 times. It's a long way to go from California, but if you're a true pinball nerd, you will get on a plane and go to Texas Pinball and go to Expo. It's very, very fun, of course.
They've got more potent help for us.
Alrighty. So now I'm in, is it T-Rex Encounter? I'm in a T-Rex mode, I can't remember. Lost track which. The T-Rex modes are all orange shots, so they're easy to follow along, at least that way. I believe this is T-Rex Encounter. And I've got my Raptor ready to go there. Wouldn't be crazy to fire him now, because I've got a bunch of orange shots that I can stack. Go ahead and trigger Raptor. There it is. Now you'll see some red arrows in addition to the orange ones for this multi-ball.
About time they sent us some help. Truck set the trap.
Alrighty, and while all this is happening, of course, we're still trying to collect dinosaurs. Just hit the set trap target there. Now.
Control room ready.
Oh, just center drain off the post on the ramp. That is brutal. There's this post on the right side of the left ramp, and you hit it right in the middle of the post, so in other words, you've completely botched your shot, right? you're nowhere near either the spinner or the ramp. You're exactly in the middle of it. The ball comes straight down the middle. It's like it couldn't be a better punishment for exactly missing the shot. Like, you can't miss the shot more than hit the post right in the middle. So, and that seems like a fitting punishment. Nice ball, thank you. Let's see, how are we doing? At 294. Actually, this might be my best game. I'm very, very close to best game of the night. So thank you very much to those who joined, because of you, I kept playing, and now I'm going to have my best game of the night. So thank you.
Systems ready.
Alrighty. Oh, I haven't played this yet. Oh, I did play Restore Power. Yeah, I forget the order of them changes. The Restore Power starts in the middle, but after you've played it, it moves over to the right.
Shut down the system.
And this game is color-coded really nicely with the mode, so I'm not super familiar with System Boot, but just by its nature of being a control room mode, the shot targets are blue. So sometimes this game stacks a lot, and it's easy to get lost because there's so much going on at the same time. But because it's color coding, it's actually, whoa, that was a close one. It's followable. It's definitely followable. Oh, just missed the shot on the right ramp there for my collecting a trapped dinosaur. And train on the left. It's too slow to save that one. I believe I'm also completed the Chaos letters and ready to start Chaos Multiball. 354, nice. Oh, almost.
Super Trank, armed and ready.
Okay, so now we need to go to the helicopter. There we go. To lights the yellow arrow to collect the dinosaur. And I might as well try for that chaos at the same time when I'm on the left flipper.
Pushing team, move in.
Alrighty. Oh, nice, got chaos.
Multi-ball.
Chaos Multi-Ball, you're going to see some red targets here. And they're going to move from side to side. Oh, both great. Didn't even get a chance to try to capture one of the balls there, because my balls drained right after the ball save expired. Don't think I got too many points off of that Chaos Multi-Ball, unfortunately. See, whoops! Oh, I just post-passed and then flubbed it.
Supply drop inbound.
There you go. T-Rex Rampage.
Rampage.
I have not, I think this is the 4th T-Rex mode. On my average game, I don't usually, I focus more on the paddocks than I do on T-Rex. Oh, just my chance. I was just going to say, I haven't seen this T-Rex Rampage mode too much, because I don't usually make it that far. 443. Alrighty.
You've earned this.
So there you go, 443, surpassing tonight's goal of 3-9. Woohoo! Alrighty. Bonus champion for 24 million. I'll take it. Great game. Thank you. Alrighty. Now let's see if I can play a little bit more casual game, and I'll try to catch up. It's nice of everyone to join. I want to see what's going on the chat. We got 6 tickets to Pinburg and a multi-bedroom house rented. Was going to be so much fun. Oh, that's a huge bummer. really sorry to hear that. I just hope that you can make up for it next year. That's a huge bummer. Yeah, I mean, you know, pinball nerds like us, those are the vacations, right? A lot of us are not like going to Hawaii every year or whatever. We're using that vacation time and that money to go to pinball shows, so it's just a real shame. Mind you, if it makes you feel any better, if you had a trip to Hawaii, you would have to cancel that too. So yeah, it's just the whole situation is just so shitty. It's really bad. I was on vacation from work last week, and I just needed a break from work, and it was a very odd vacation. You know, to not do anything, not go anywhere, just at the house. But I'll be honest, it was kind of nice. I took like afternoon naps a few days and played some pinball and you know, just did random things, and it was still fun. And just getting your mind off of work is sometimes what you need. So by all means, I'll tell you, if you had some time off work scheduled, my recommendation is don't cancel your time off. Because you need to let your mind recover, regardless of whether you're going or not going to Pinburg or going or not going to Hawaii. Oh, kind of bad dream. There's no pinball in Hawaii. I'm willing to bet if you go to Pinball Map, there's pinball everywhere. There may not be much of it, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. When going to a random city for whatever reason, I'm sure I'm not the only one in the room right now that has looked at Pinball Map and seen like, okay, where can we play pinball? It's fun. It's fun to just go check out different environments and support the operators there, and you know, play some games that maybe you haven't seen in your area in a while. I love playing like older 80s games that you don't see a lot and stuff, and like I don't love those games enough to want to own one because I have room for so few games, but I do love playing them. There's a place in San Francisco called Free Gold Watch. If you're ever in San Francisco, I highly recommend Free Gold Watch. It's a great place to play, and the games are on coin play. Coin play is a good thing. You know, some places do free play, you pay a flat fee and stuff and you go in. The big problem with free play, in my opinion, is it removes the incentives that keeps the machines playing great. When you have a machine on coin play, if it's not playing great, it's not being played. No one's putting coins in it. So Free Gold Watch is this big, it's a silk screening, they make t-shirts there, they silk screen t-shirts in the back, and in the front they have this like, it's perfect for pinball, it's this like super long, narrow, corridor type entrance, and they have like 40, 50, maybe even more games, all eras, like older games, EMs, solid states, modern games. They get the new Stern games when they come out. Just a fantastic place. The only problem with Free Gold Watch, and it's not their fault, there is no parking in that whole neighborhood. It's horrible. So if you can, you know, when things are back to normal and we're playing pinball on location again, and you're there, take public transit, take a taxi, take a Lyft, whatever you need to do. But I advise you to try to park your car there.
We got to save as many people as we can.
So I've been seeing quite a few people streaming Jurassic Park, and on the one hand, I'm not surprised because it's a fantastic game. On the other hand, there's a lot of other new Stern games. You know, I'm thinking Elvira, Stranger Things. I think I'm forgetting one other game too since Jurassic Park.
They're preparing to send you something.
No, is Jurassic Park the next Iron Maiden? The game that everyone wants to play? And here I am streaming it, of course. I have room for 5 games in my room right now. I have 4. If I had 5, I would not have room for the cameras. So 4 allows me to stream. we're gonna have to call it a night, unfortunately. But I will be back. We'll be back. The plan is on Friday, 8 p.m. I stream 8 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll play some more Jurassic Park. Try to hit the Grand Champion. Before I move on, we'll be streaming Medieval Madness next week. After that, I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'll go back to the front of the order and stream more Metallica and Aerosmith. Every time I stream a new game, I kind of fall in love with that game again. It's amazing. I hadn't played my Aerosmith in a while, and I was streaming it last week, and just had so much fun doing it. So if you're thinking about streaming, by all means, give it a shot. Super fun, and maybe one day you'll be streaming and I'll be watching you. So yeah, see you on Friday if you can make it. Thanks everyone, and have a good night. Bye.